As expected, the Vision Pro is starting to fail, with a notable number of early adopters turning to social media to announce their returns as Apple's 14-day return window closes. But before we get to that, OpenAI just dropped a bombshell so explosive, it's got our collective jaws on the floor and our existential dread meters hitting new highs. Meet Sora, the latest marvel from the labs of OpenAI, a text-to-video wizard that's not just playing in the big leagues, it's creating its own. Video so crisp, so lifelike that you'd swear they were shot with a high-end camera. We are talking up to a minute of footage that's blurring the lines between reality and CGI, leaving every other AI video generator in the dust. And yes, that includes the valiant efforts of Runway Gen 2, which manages a mere 18 seconds of realism. But Sora is not just about the length, it's about the depth, from breathtakingly realistic clips that'll have you doing a double take. Just take a look at some of these clips. This walking person just looks very realistic, doesn't it? Take a look at these puppies. They're so realistic, and the simulated physics for the snow, fur, and everything is just so spot on. And of course, the AI model is at home when asked to create stylized videos just like this one. Of course, this is AI we're talking about, so expect the occasional cameo by those beloved glitchy artifacts, transforming objects and eerily human-like figures with less than perfect motor skills. And let's not forget the pièce de résistance, the seamless animation of still images and the magical blending of videos. Thanks to Sora, that world is now at our fingertips, eagerly awaiting the next bizarre prompt from anyone who has access to it. But it's not all fun and games. The sheer capability of Sora to mimic and sometimes perfect real-world physics has the tech gurus buzzing. Yet, as OpenAI continues to play its cards close to its chest, we're left to marvel and muse over the origins of Sora's extraordinary capabilities. How did they do it? What dark magic powers did they use to make this come to life? But with all this talk, only one thing's for certain: the game has changed and there's no turning back. Comfort issues top the list of grievances, with users reporting headaches, motion sickness, and discomfort from Apple Vision Pro's weight and front-loaded design. Beyond physical discomfort, the Vision Pro is under fire for not living up to its hefty price tag in terms of productivity and utility. Users point out the dizziness from looking at detailed screens, which, to be fair, is a very common thing to say if you're using VR. Other than that, there's also inadequate support for professional tasks like coding, and the device's failure to integrate smoothly into daily work and entertainment routines is the final nail in the coffin for most people. How could you even keep a very expensive device if it feels like you're arming it up before using it? Complaints also highlight the device's inability to handle basic multitasking and file management, making it more of a chore than a futuristic tool. Despite these challenges, some users remain optimistic about future iterations, indicating a willingness to try a second-gen Vision Pro. And I'm with them. As I said in my Apple Vision Pro video, this first-gen product really is destined to fail. And like the Samsung Galaxy Fold and Meta Quest, it'll most likely be more successful when it reaches its third or fourth iteration. And yes, I think Mark Zuckerberg is a bit biased comparing a first-gen product with a third-gen product. But then again, it's a $3,500 headset which led people to expect much more from it. How this feedback will influence Apple's approach and the Vision Pro market success remains to be seen. But I like to be a bit of a theorist, and I like to imagine that they saw this coming.